Losses in sports betting is something that you cannot just escape from it. Losses is part of the game, and it is crucial to also have a plan or have a way you can manage your losses in sports betting. In this video, I'm going to help you guys with the three main ways. They are the best ways that you can be able to manage risk or manage losses in sports betting. I know you have been watching videos about strategy that you can use to win in sports betting, but there's other part of these strategies that is the losses part, and you can fall into debt if you don't manage your losses in sports betting, and it's part of the game. You need to understand that. In this video, I'm going to give you guys the three main ways that you can be able to manage losses in sports betting, and if you really stick to it, you'll be able to be upper hand in sports betting when you are into losses. Let's start off with the first way that I know of that you can use to manage risk in sports betting, and this is one of the best ways that I know of. Analyze and adjust your strategy. Yes, most of us, we use the old stats on our predictions, like their fixtures or their past matches. Yes, and that's one of the best ways that we are able to get our predictions from. So we always stick to that. And I will say that's really archaic and it will not be helping you every single time. Let's take a match like Manchester United versus Liverpool. If you check the stats and the previous matches that these teams have been playing and the history of these two teams, you will know that since 1946 or something, this Liverpool team has not been able to win their first fixture with Manchester United in the Premier League. Yes, since 1940 something, I don't really remember the date, but you can check that for yourself. If you are using the old stats, you will say that Manchester United will at least draw this match with Liverpool if you are using the old stats. But if you are using the current stats with Liverpool, they have a new manager, they have a new strategy, they have a new form of playing. Manchester United is just with their old stats and their old way of playing. I'm not going against Manchester United because I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm just trying to say that this is one of the ways that we are able to get into losses, or the kind of ways that we mistakenly miss this kind of stats that we need to look into. If you really look into the past matches that Liverpool has been playing, they have been dominating their matches with corners, with shot on targets, with goals, and they have not conceded any single goal in each of these matches. And if you were paying attention to these stats, you'll be able to know that at least Liverpool is the one who is going to win or draw that match. But most of us, we made a mistake and we'll be going with both teams to score. We'll be going with Manchester United win or draw. I'm not saying most of us did that, but if you are using the old stats, that's what you are going to get from this kind of statistic that you are doing, or this kind of analysis that you are doing. Yes, it's important to take a step back and look at your strategy and review your bets or that you have been taking, and also review the stats or the statistics that you have been using with your strategy. Yes, look at it and look at the new stats and compare it to the old stats. If it's not matching, you don't need to put your hopes on it, or you don't need to put any bets on those kind of games. Just like Manchester United and Liverpool, there are more games like that we can talk about. But let's move on to the next way that I know of that you can also use to manage risk. That's taking a break and setting limits. Yes, taking a break and setting limits is the first thing that you need to do, is to take a break. Yes, taking a break from these kind of games that have been spoiling your bets or making you lose into more losses will help you protect you from the temptation of placing more bets to recover what you have lost in the previous times. Some of us, when we start losing in sports betting, all we do is we place more bets to be able to recover them and ones that we have lost. And that's not the way to be able to protect yourself from losses. It will just get you into more losses and more debt. Yes, it will get you into more losses and more debt. And what you can do with the set limits is that you are going to set a limit that, let's say this week, every week, this is the amount that I'm going to be using on sports betting, and you don't have to go above that. It's your limit that you have set. If it goes above that or you lose that amount, you need to wait for the next period. And let's say you set something also in a month range. Some of us, we set a year, some of us, we set a month, some of us, we set a week, some of us is a day. So those who knows what I'm talking about, the day or the month or the week that you have set your limit, make sure to stick to it. As for me, I use a month. As you see on your screen right here, I always start with 10,000 and I'm always able to grow my account as time goes on to the end of the month. As always, I always post this kind of games that I take on my Telegram channel. So most of you watching the video will know about this, that whether we are in a loss or whether we are in profit. And you know, most of the time, our double your money slave proves us correct and we are always able to get profit. But sometimes it's not always going to be like that. Sometimes we'll go into losses or we are going to be in a losing streak. And as for the past week or the last 5 days, as you can see on your screen right here, this recording will show you what went on. So as we finish our 3 odds rollover, which I already told you guys the other video that you need to join us, it's a 3 odds rollover that we do every single month. And when we finished that 3 odds rollover, we went into some few days of winning, and as you can see up here, we went into some losses of 4 days straight with no win, and that was one of the worst days that we had on our Telegram, and most of those people were complaining. That's why I'm doing this video, to help you guys manage your losses. And if these kind of things comes on, you'll be able to take a step back and look at the amount of bet that you have been playing and set your limits right, so that you won't be able to get into debt. That's all about the taking a break and setting a limit. So most of us, we cannot take a break or set a limit. These other options are also for us, or these other ways will also help us. The second one that we are going to talk about here is setting a budget and sticking to it. If you cannot do these two things or these two options that I've given you, it's important that you set a budget. And stick to it. Yeah, I'm talking about a bankroll. If you have a bankroll of, let's say, 10,000, like what I use, 10,000 naira, whatever you have, just say you have that. Just make sure that you are betting the percentage that you usually or you normally bet with. You are sticking to it. Yes, that percentage must not be changed at any cost. Yes, you must be sticking to that percentage. No matter what, you need to stick to that percentage. You cannot change it. If you are betting 2% of your bankroll, you cannot change it. But when the losses set in, that's when you have to decrease your percentage you are betting from your bankroll by 5.5%. And it's statistically proven that if you are losing and you decrease it by that number, or that 5.5%, let's say you are betting with 10% of your account. So if you're having 10,000, that means you are betting 1,000 from your account every single time that you place a bet, and you decrease it by 5.5%, that means you are going to be betting 450 on each bet. That will decrease your chances of losing or chances of going into debt by 56%. Yes, 56%, because let's say you are on a losing streak and you lose about 4 days. If you were betting with your normal bankroll, if you are betting with your normal percentage, means you are going to be in debt of 4,000 in just a few days. And if you decrease it to the amount that I'm talking about here, it will decrease your chance of getting into that kind of debt by 56%. Yes, 56%. That's what I'm trying to say in this video. This is what I know of that you can use to manage losses in sports betting. These are the ways that I know about. But if you want to join our Telegram, it's always linked in the description and also the pinned comment section. Just make sure you join us. I do post games every single day. If you can join us there, it will be really helpful for you, and everything is free. All you need to do is to join. Make sure to also subscribe and like this video. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye for now.